family. It's that time again. We coming out here to talk to you, and I have a special guest here. Her name is Tammy. This is my second BFF, and she is going to be here with us to have a conversation with you guys. And we're going to talk about transitions, change, and situations from day one or scripture one in the journal. And this is going to be a great conversation because we're going to talk about how are we defining and giving you good examples of what do I mean when I say what change or situation, transition, or opportunity came into your life that you did not value when it came, but God used it as an opportunity. So I'm gonna talk a little bit with Tammy, and we're gonna give you some insight about that, and then the conversation will be yours. Now, like always, in my other videos, I'm gonna give you some homework. I don't know what it is yet, but when it comes out, I want y'all to go ahead and participate in some of the homework, because when you do the work, you get part of the benefit too. So we are also, I do want to give a disclaimer out. We are going to. We changed the setting on the recording, so hopefully it doesn't go black on us and I get to hit the button before that. But if not, we're gonna break it up. But it might be some technical difficulties, but stay with your girl, okay? Well, we looking forward to talk to you again. I want you to listen to the conversation and join in. So Tammy, let's talk about the verse about gifts. And in it, it's Romans 6:23, and it talks about gifts and how God gives us gifts freely. And one of the things it talks about is what change, meaning situation, opportunity, or transition that entered your life that you didn't know the value of, meaning impact, when it first arrived. Can you think of an opportunity, a transition or situation that you want to share with us about?
There's several. Would you like to talk about marriage? Would you like to talk about job opportunities, situations? Which one would be?
So let's start with a general one that most people experience, and then we'll talk about some personal ones. So let's start with family. Let's start with family. That's a big one.
Okay, so a big one for me, having a child.
Okay, that's a big one.
That was a major transition.
Yes, and I think me and yours were kind of different.
Yes. She wanted a child really badly. Mm-hmm. I never really wanted a kid for a long time. And then finally I was like, I'm getting older. Maybe I might want a kid now. But I don't know if I was ready for the whole transition of having a kid. I said it, and then I was like, okay, I kind of want a kid. But I didn't really think about how deep that was going to be with having a kid. And that was a major transition because you become the mother and not Tammy anymore. You have to deal with everything that comes with that child and taking care of that child. You're no longer just taking care of yourself. So that's a major transition, because you're used to doing what you want to do, when you want to do, how you want to do it, get up and go. Now I got a little one that needs me and I can't do all of that. So that was a major transition for me, especially since I wasn't like, I live to have a baby. Some people are. I just wasn't. But when I was like, everything I do is kind of like, I'm getting old, I might want to do that. Instead of just playing. And I did plan it to, I was like, okay, I want a baby. So I went ahead and had a baby. But that was a major transition for me.
And I think about it in a sense where, like, I wanted one so much and so bad that when I finally had her, because I did share with you guys about my miscarriages, when I had one, she became my world. And that change and transition in my life, I didn't realize too, even though I wanted her, I didn't know she would consume my life as much as she did. And that was a lot. That was a lot for me.
That's a lot. Yeah.
Because, like, okay, let's just talk about something simple. My living room went from a sofa, table, stuff like that, to every kind of baby gadget you could think of. Yeah. It just it took up all the space in my life. And then if you think about it too, my whole day was dictated by her. in my case, I had a girl. Both of us had girls.
Yeah.
But your whole day is dictated by them.
Yes.
The car that I chose, the job that I chose, the career. You have to make every decision.
The way you spend
how
money.
it impacts them.
Yeah, the way you spend money, because you ain't getting your nails done and getting heels done right away. You are paying for formula. You're paying for baby clothes. You're paying for doctor's visits. You're paying for all the stuff with the baby. So you kind of lose yourself. You can't spend the same way. You're like, I got a budget because I got to pay some stuff for this baby.
Or you notice sometimes you don't even want to. So sometimes it's like, it's not that it's a negative.
Right.
You don't even want to go in your section anymore. I don't know about you, but when I went into the store, I go straight. It's okay. I go straight into the baby section. So yes, they start to change all of our decisions, and we stopped even wanting certain things for ourselves. Yeah. So the reason why we want to talk about those transitions and think about them is these are common transitions that we have in our lives. Not good nor bad, just things that we experience.
It's a transition. Yeah.
And we want to look at them because we want to make sure that we're transitioning properly, or we're enjoying the phase that we're in. And sometimes when we're not enjoying the phase that we're in, it can make life difficult. Yeah. Because this whole journey, these scriptures all help us with managing life. Okay? So when I'm transitioning and I'm in a phase where my child is little or my children are my focus, if I stay in the moment and I enjoy that period of time, you can build the most out of that period of time, because it's going to be real soon that your children are not going to be in the home. And so another transition that we can even talk about, because we probably can't even go into too deep. We got to stay at this subject. The transition of your children going into adulthood. Both of us have that situation. Yes. It kind of happened in the blink of an eye. Don't you feel like?
It did. It's like one day they're this way. It's like maybe a year. A whole different person. And you're like, wait a minute, when did this happen? I didn't even notice that transition, because it happens quickly, and it's different. Having adult children versus them being small children, it's a big transition.
It's a very fast period of time. So you want to enjoy it, but you also have to embrace the transition.
You do.
And I'm not gonna lie, both of us have girls. It was not easy for me to let go. My child act like she was just running, out the house, because she want to be grown. Right. And I'm like, wait, let me prepare you just a little bit longer,
And mine didn't want to leave the house. Didn't want to go anywhere. And once I realized there was a transition, I'm preparing for her to become an adult and go ahead and do her thing and go out there. She wanted to stay home with mama. She wanted to cling to me, stay with me, and not even want to go out there and do her own thing. And that was different for me versus she wanted hers to stay and hers wanted to fly.
Yes.
Mine didn't want to fly.
And because I wanted, so this is the thing, we can talk about this too. There are things, I wanted mine to embrace her singlehood as long as she could, because I know that once you have a husband and a child, you can never be selfish again. This is the only time you got to do that. True. And I really wanted mine to maximize that. But I had to realize that's what I wanted her to maximize. That's not necessarily what she wanted, and there was nothing wrong with it. Right. But I had to realize that she might not have wanted that as much. Right. And you're going to have to experience that too with your children. Some of the things that
that's part of it. Yeah. It's a hard transition for us because we wanted them to transition a certain way. They did not have the same ideas. They wanted to transition the way they wanted to. So it was still, so it made it hard for each one of us because they're looking at you trying to make me go and you trying to make me go and do stuff. I still want to be here with you. And, and I'm dealing with, I want you to, grow, fly, do some things, go out there and do stuff because I had done stuff and I was ready for her to do that because that's the time she could do it before children, before a man. And she was just dragging her feet on that. So,
and then like our parents had some type of vision they had intended for us too. And I know my mother did not want me to go the route of having kids right away. Like, why is this child wanting to have kids right away and be a wife and a mother so fast when I want her to go out and do that? So it's so funny that we are talking about this because we have to like allow God to allow us to reevaluate our thought process, our motives behind things. Because I think some of it is our fears, some of it is our desires for ourselves that we didn't do.
I was gonna say some of it is it's like out of our trauma. That we felt like, oh, we weren't allowed, you know. Mm-hmm. So we look at it as, oh, I want her to do the things I couldn't do, or them, you know.
And my mother wanted me to do things that she didn't get to do. And some of it is wisdom. Don't get me wrong. Some of it is wisdom. And because I believe success is by design too. But I do feel like too, we have to trust God and talk to him about it. Because these children belong to him.
Yes.
He wants us to steward them, but he did not give them to us as our possession.
True.
And we do have to allow him to let them be whatever he wants them to be. Which I will tell you this. So let's talk about a little bit more about parenting or parenting adult children.
Okay.
So we were kind of gonna go another way, but God the Holy Spirit was like, no, let's talk about this. We want God to get control of them, but he can bring the belt up, but don't swing it. Or if you gotta swing it, just hit them one time and don't swing it hard. Like we want to define it in all kind of ways.
Right.
But that's not how he works.
I know.
And boy, do we want to put conditions. Okay, but wait a minute. Can you just turn it against them, but don't necessarily let them lose.
Right.
You know, like we want to define it, and you cannot define it for him, and that is a struggle.
You can't. And then sometimes too, what I'm having to learn is I can't fix her as an adult. I have to let God fix her. So sometimes I'm hindering what God is trying to do by trying to fix it my way.
Yes.
And that was hard for me.
And I try to carry. So one of the other things I kept trying to carry, I'll carry you, everything you bring on my shoulders. And I'm like, Lord, why are my shoulders so heavy? And he like, because you're carrying too much.
Yes.
Nobody told you to carry them. Now, it's nothing wrong with being a supportive parent.
Right.
Don't get me wrong. And I don't believe you should throw your children out in the trenches, especially when you know they're not equipped for that type of thing.
Right.
I do believe in you equipping your children and providing them opportunities and funds. They should not have to do and make every decision off of wisdom. Okay, if they can have a paycheck,
right,
and some dollars to back that dream.
Yes,
okay, I do believe in that, and they should not have to get. The only way they're gonna get some money off of you is from your house or your death.
Right.
You can give them a check prior to that. Okay, I do believe that.
Help get them started.
But I do also believe too, we can't throw money at everything, because I did have to learn that as well. I can't throw money at everything.
I would throw money at stuff and myself. Put myself and give myself in situations, and then I'm feeling like the burden's on me, but it's my fault because I'm trying to give of myself, and I should just let God work it out. But again, trying to fix it, trying to stop what he's doing, because I don't know what he's doing for her. I don't know what the situation is. I'm like, Lord, I don't know what's going on. And instead of saying, I don't know what's going on, let me just leave it alone, I'm still trying to fix it.
Yes. So homework for the parents and the mothers out here who have adult children. Are you transitioning well, or is there room for improvement? And what lessons have you learned for some of us that could benefit from some of the opportunities that you have experienced? Also, homework for the parents that have young children. How are you embracing this opportunity? Because this is something that you want to do. You want to embrace it because it happens so fast.
It does.
It happens really fast. And some of us seasoned parents can even talk to you about some of those phases too. Because even Tammy said it felt like a year. You know, and I can remember some of mine. I'm just like, I just was holding you 2 seconds ago, you know.
I know.
Even though, you know, I ain't gonna lie, you know, some of them nights I didn't sleep, I was thinking, this is too much, you know, but it still felt like a blink. So I want the younger ones with younger kids, I want you to talk about, you know, how you're embracing it. And some of the ones with adult kids, how are you handling this transition. We are here with you in the trenches, okay? So speaking of that, now we talked about a life one.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and hit one that happens in life that may not have been so fun.
Great.
Yes.
so great, so
yes,
fun.
Yes.
I could talk about one, my work, my job.
Okay.
So a transition for me was I've been at I'm one of those people that when I get at a job, I try to stay at a job. That's just me. I don't like to change around and do this and hop around and stuff. So I was at a job for 26 years, left there because I felt a little stressed, left there to go to another job and absolutely hated it. Couldn't stay. Got let go. 90 days. I was happy they let me go. And I kept saying, Lord, why did you take me from this job to this? I'm thinking it was an opportunity, a better opportunity. That wasn't it. That wasn't the transition that I thought it was. So left that job. Now I'm like, oh my God, what am I going to do? Where am I going to go at this age? I'm in my 50s. You know, I'm like, well, cool, Lord, I don't know what to do. That transition, losing that job transitioned me to a whole new career. Mm-hmm. I started doing something that I wanted to do years before, but was afraid to do because it didn't make enough money.
Mm-hmm.
Losing my job, I was like, okay, I got to find something quick. I didn't have no money, so I'm learning how to live without the money.
Oh yeah.
So by the time I got the caregiver job, I was living on less money. I'm making less pay, and I'm realizing during that transition, God does take care of you because I had a problem with that too. I thought I was taking care of me. Mm-hmm. I thought my job was taking care of me. Mm-hmm. I was thinking my job was what kept me going. Mm-hmm. You know, in the back of your mind, you say, oh, I know God's taking care of me in this. But I wasn't really believing it. I wasn't believing it like that until I had to actually be without money and not have a job, being on unemployment, which didn't pay nothing. And guess what? My bills still got paid. I wasn't stressing for nothing. I still ate every day. All of my bills was paid. And I said, you know what? God is truly taking care of me. And this is the first time I really paid attention to it. Mm-hmm. So going into the caregiving job was totally different. I never done it before. Didn't even know. But I felt like I took care of my parents. I took care of my mom. I took care of my dad. I took care of friends and helping friends out and stuff in a caregiving way. So I qualified for the job and I did it. And I learned a lot about who Tammy was again as a person. I'm a caring person. I'm a nurturing person. I am, I like to take charge of certain things and some things I don't, and I know how to balance that out. And with caregiving, you have to make decisions because, these people are older. They've been living their lives the way they want. And here I am coming in. But I found that I had a gift. That was a gift that God gave me. I never paid attention to it. Now I understood my gift is caring and nurturing for people. And I may seem hard and sometimes I may seem firm, but I'm always there when people need me. And this job was good for me. Now, I'm thinking, okay, Lord, you done sent me this job. Hallelujah, I love it. I get hurt. I get hurt on my job. I hurt my hand. My hand is permanently disabled. This finger is right here, which was another transition because I've never had a limb that didn't work or something that didn't work. And now it made me understand, too, a lot of what those people were going through as elderly with injuries and disabilities that they didn't have before. This helped me understand that. And because I couldn't use my hand for a long time.
How long? Give us a time frame.
So I couldn't use my hand. I had to have 2 surgeries. So the first surgery was to fix it because the tendon was torn. I couldn't do anything with this hand. So so my hand was like this after the first surgery. This is all I could do. Couldn't drive, couldn't pick up nothing. It's just like this. In a cast, in a thing the whole time. Second surgery, now I'm able to move this finger. I can do stuff. So I do have some movement. This hand bends a little now. I can't make a perfect fist, but I can bend my hand now. So that was a whole year that I couldn't even, y'all, you don't understand how just this little bit, I couldn't pull up my own pants. I couldn't do my own hair. I couldn't do nothing. And I realized and that's how these people feel that I'm working with. They're like, I can't do these things. It gave me a better perspective and it humbled me a little more about, and it helped me to help them a little better because I understood it's a struggle when you're used to doing everything by yourself and you get to a point where you can't and somebody has to come in and help you. So I understood that. That was something God was showing me too. And I got an injury. But with the injury, I had to stop working again.
Mm.
A whole year. I was on workman's comp because I got hurt at work. Whole year. Workman's comp paid my bills. Thank God it was enough to pay my bills, but I still was not struggling. I wasn't stressed. I wasn't worried about it. And I just had to stay and I went to therapy and everything. They did the best they could. And finally came to a point where they said, well, no, you're permanently disabled in that finger. That hand is not going to work as good as your other one. Thank God it's not my dominant hand. So workman's comp ended. And I was like, oh, now I got to find another job. Lord, what am I going to do? I got a messed up hand. I can't go back to doing what I was doing before. So, Lord, what are you doing here? What are you trying to tell me? What are you? Yes. But let me tell you, I applied for job after job after job, doing what I was doing before.
Okay.
Nothing came through. Interview after interview. Oh, they love me and this and that. Never got the jobs. And I was like, Lord, but you know what? God knew I didn't want to go back to that. He knew it. But I was going to do that because I needed the money. I'm thinking I still need to get money, Lord. I know you're taking care of me, but I still need to. No, that didn't happen. I saw something on Indeed, and I said, I don't even know what this is. I'm just going to apply for it because I'm so desperate. I need a job right now, because my workman's comp is ending. What am I going to do? My workman's comp had ended for 2 months. I still ain't had no job. My bills were still paid.
God is good.
I'm telling y'all, when God said He gonna take care of you, people was doing things for me, paying for things, offering things. I never have to worry about my bills, and that's when I say, you know what, I'm gonna stop playing with you, God. Whatever you need me to do and want me to do, that's what I'm doing. I sat back and waited. I applied for this position, not knowing what it was. It's a personal support service. They help with people with developmental disabilities that were born with issues. They're a little slow thinking, or they move a little slow. They have Down syndrome. They have just like, some of them are just mental. Some have physical disabilities, cerebral palsy, stuff like that. And I was like, Lord, I don't know how to work with these people. I've never done this before. But I came in the door. The lady took me around and she introduced me to all the people. And instantly, the gift of nurturing came up quickly. I jumped into my job so quickly, and it was such a... Listen, I love what I do. So this was the transition that brought me to the opportunity I was really supposed to be doing.
It turned
your
situation, your transition into a situation that gave you
the opportunity to do what I really want to do. And now I love what I do. I still don't make a lot of money, but I don't even care.
And you know what? It's so much. So y'all,
I feel fulfilled now. I have purpose.
You're happier.
I'm understanding my purpose. I feel fulfillment. I am enjoying what I do. I don't have no stress. I'm telling you, my work is like going to hang out with people. That's all I feel like I'm doing. And I love this. This is what I've been wanting to do my whole life. I just never did.
So we're gonna dissect a lot of what she said, because there was a lot of meat in there. So first, transitions are not comfortable.
No.
And they can be hella scary.
Yes.
When they happen, and you're like, wait a minute now.
Right, like, Lord, what? Yeah, what are we doing here?
Some we cause. I'm sorry, let me pause this. Transitions are not comfortable. Some we cause by our own actions. Some just come out of nowhere and just slap us in the face. Okay, so that was identified in the story as well. This particular one came out of nowhere. All right. They sometimes, when they come out of nowhere, we sometimes feel like we're being attacked.
Yes.
Not knowing that there's a blessing on the other side.
Right.
Now, one thing the Bible tells us is all things work out for our good. In those times, we have to stand on that, okay? Now, even though they work out for our good, doesn't mean they're going to be comfortable, okay?
That's true.
So, all challenges, experiences, changes are all designed to draw us closer to God.
They are.
That's what we have to know. All right. Now, when they draw us closer to God, they reveal things to us. Okay. So God wants to reveal, okay, right now you're depending on this more than I want you to.
Yes.
And it was the same for me. My transition in job wise was, my particular company was a safety net for me. And he no longer wanted that to ever be a safety net ever again.
Right.
And so he transitioned me as well. So sometimes when he shuts a door, it's so that that door will never be open again, but also for that safety net to be gone. Okay. Or that experience, that season is over.
Yeah.
Okay. Sometimes it's just that season is over.
Yeah.
All right. And then she transitioned to another position that was an opportunity, right? That we thought was an opportunity, or it really was. But it also confirmed that she really didn't want to do that anymore.
It did.
And sometimes we need that because...
And God knew it. He knew I didn't want to.
But he got to show us.
For me to hate it in 60 days, I was like, oh my God, this is not what I want.
Yes.
I don't want
and listen, and let me tell you something. Sometime to the world or to others or people outside of the situation, they be like, nobody told your behind to do all that. Let me tell you something.
She thought she was going to do something better and now she done failed. I don't look at stuff that
Don't look at it like that because listen, some of us know what we need to know or to see or to experience in order for us to get that message. Okay?
Right.
Now, some of us can just be told and some of us have to be shown. Right. Remember we was talking about our kids and how our children had to experience things differently. Yes. We are God's kids. And he know which kid he can just say it to and which one he got to show.
Right.
Because like with me, I can tell you, he knew he had to shut that door. Because if he didn't shut that door, now I stayed in my same field, but he shut that door for that company. For me. Because for me, that company was a safety net that he no longer wanted me to have access to.
And the job I went to was my second notice.
Yes.
No, you don't want to do this.
And
why
hers
you keep
was
trying
the
to
field.
Do it? Yes,
the field. That whole field and that whole type of industry, he wanted her out of it. Because let me tell you something. This is what she realized too when she explained it. And I was gonna stop you, but girl, I was all in the story too. You could be happy in that experience that you had. But he's trying to take you to another level of happiness.
Right.
Okay? Right. It's not that I wasn't happy in my 20 years of doing that too.
Yeah.
I was happy there. You were happy there.
I enjoyed everything. The whole...
But don't you have a different type of happiness now?
Yes.
And it's a different type of happiness
lighter,
that I have
different.
Now. Yes.
Like, you know...
Yes, it's like it's lighter. Mine's okay. So and how I would define mine's was that happiness fulfilled a version of me that existed then. This version of me that exists now, I am so happy in a different way.
That's
just free. I think I lost some things with different levels of happiness then.
You do.
Now I don't lose stuff when I'm happy.
Right.
Now, cause I think it's mainly because God is orchestrating things for me, my happiness, because God ultimately knows to your core what makes you happy.
Right. We've also learned to stop trying to make our own happiness. Let God do it. Let him show us that.
Because he created you.
Yes.
And let me tell you something. You do not have to wait till your 40s or 50s to get there.
There you go.
You can have that in your 20s.
Yes.
You can even have it in your 30s.
Yes.
You can have all of this. God can show you what your core definition of happiness is in your 20s and 30s.
Yeah.
Don't wait till your 40s and 50s to get it. Okay? Because you could be sitting up in this right now. Because our shoulders are very free. Yes. You understand what I'm saying? Now, are we where we were before? No. Now, can we go back to them jobs and them same people are there and they're like, oh, well, y'all just saying that because y'all not here. No, honey. No, honey, boo-boo child.
It's different.
Enjoy and you could be there and you could be living your best life.
Right.
And I'm happy for you.
Everybody's situation is not the same. What's for you is not for me. So that just wasn't for me anymore.
It's not. The door closes. Now, what's good about it is we did not cut the door. We did not shut the door. He did.
He did.
Now, when he shuts the door, honey, the door is shut.
It's shut.
Now, okay, another thing she talked about. I'm trying to get some of those good nuggets that she done had that we need. These are principles that we need to catch. Okay, so transition, some you cause, some you don't. All right, then you move to something different, and he realizes
I feel like I'm here. It's not, okay? I love it.
Yeah, so then he transitions you to something totally different that you didn't even have a clue. Okay, so hers was he put her in the caregiving, which is something that she didn't remember that she loved from a past.
Right.
And then she already had those gifts. All right. So think about Moses. Moses calling that he had in the Bible used the education he got from being in the Pharaoh's home. Okay, so his formal education came in handy for the gift that God had for him.
Right.
So I wanted to bring that out because sometimes the very quirky things about you that you don't like, or other people don't like, or people don't understand, or different things, passions that you have inside of you that you have not tapped into, and God decides to use them, let him use it.
And let me say this. Also, too, I didn't mention this, but you have to be careful what you pray for, because I kept telling God, I do not feel fulfilled. What is my purpose here? I don't even feel like I'm doing anything that I want to do. I always wanted to be a teacher. That was my original dream. I wanted to be a teacher.
I do remember
Kids love me. Kids want to be around people. I like to teach stuff that I know, and I kept praying and saying, Lord, I don't feel fulfilled. I don't know what's going on. I just feel like I'm just here on this earth. If I die, I ain't left nothing. I ain't did nothing. I don't feel like I helped anybody. And I may have, and I don't know that, but I didn't feel it. And I didn't realize that those prayers was being answered in my transition.
In your transition.
And I didn't know that, because I thought back, oh my God, I did pray for these. I did.
So that's the same thing with me.
Yeah.
Right before my transition happened, I asked God to take away my safety net.
You did.
Now, I thought I only had 2 safety nets, y'all. He revealed to me I had 6. Ooh. And he started taking away. So my job, my paycheck, my bank account, my degrees, all of these things were safety nets. And I was sitting here asking him to remove those safety nets, and y'all, he started answering them. And I was sitting here like, hold up. Now wait a minute.
Right.
Now wait a minute.
Right.
And as he was doing it, y'all, I felt like I was suffocating.
Right.
I'm like, what we doing? What we doing? Like, what's going on? I'm in my 40s. What we doing? I'm grown. I'm all the way grown. I got children.
Right.
I got stuff going on. Why are we taking me out of what we doing?
But you had prayed for it and you forgot about it. You just forgot.
Yes.
Because I forgot that prayer until stuff started happening. I said, you know what?
Yes.
This is this is what's happening. He's answering a previous prayer. And I had forgot about it.
Yeah, well, I'm like, why would you give me my master's degree to pull me out of the whole track? And I'm telling y'all, I had a whole track set up. I was finishing my master's to be a nurse educator, and he was like, great, let's get off the track. And I'm talking about, he let me graduate with distinction. And I'm sitting here like, great, let's move on to the next thing. And he like, yeah, I'm transitioning you out. I'm like, out of what?
Right.
And he's like, yeah, out of it completely. And I'm like, say what now?
You like, wait, but I thought that's
what we doing. Yes.
See, you thought that was the opportunity, like how I did with other jobs. I thought this was the opportunity that you was trying to transition into, but that wasn't the final.
Yes, he's like, oh no.
That was part of it.
So what I was going to point out, so I'm glad you brought that up. So he got you here, right? You're here. He transitions you. And you thought everything you was doing for this section. Yes. And then he said, I got something for you right over there.
What, yeah,
and you like, sitting here like,
what? Wait a minute.
First of all, when did that appear?
Right.
And why is it for me?
Right.
And then you go over there and you like, y'all need to come over here and see what's over here.
Yes.
And then, well, we was all going through this, y'all. Me, her, and our other best friend, Donna, the other one that came through. We were all going through this together.
Same time.
At the same time. We sit there,
like, what is happening?
Going on? It was crazy.
The Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost.
Yes. Oh, look at that. Look at that. And then we were all doing it, and we all just experiencing life differently, but the same.
Right. But also, too, but we recognized that. We knew we had each other to lean on, too. That's why we do this kind of thing, too. But we had each other to lean on and talk about. Because me and Donna with the job thing was at the exact same time. Her transition started before ours.
Yes.
But me and Donna, we both was like, wait a minute, we unemployed. What are we doing? But we were able to be there for each other and encourage each other. So that's important too.
It is. So your circle is important too. So that's another thing too. I'm not saying, throw yourself out there to the world.
Right.
But you do need to value quality around you. Okay?
Yes.
Quality around you is important.
It is.
And listen, y'all have me, Lena, I'm here, okay? As your resource. You can reach out to me via email. You got my phone number on here. Any way you need to. Now, will I carry you? Absolutely not. Okay? Because Selena in the past would. But I am here as a resource. All right? These recordings are here as a resource. God's word is what's going to carry you.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
This journal is designed to be a journey. All right? It is designed to carry you through those challenges, those changes. Tammy was instrumental with creating this. When I told her I had this and I wrote this down and we started working through it, she's like, oh my God, I needed this.
Yeah.
I need this. And I literally wrote it for us.
Right.
So that's why it's for us. It's about us. It's how to navigate through life, how to find help and victory in life. So that's why we're having this conversation with you. Me and her are being very transparent with you guys. This is our personal business. You understand what I'm saying? But God didn't have us go through it so for just ourselves. He had us go through it so that you don't have to go through it exactly the same way. Or if you are, you're not the only one going through it. And you can be, there is success on the other side. Because the whole journal talks about how there was no way. When the experience happened, we like, what?
But God.
But God made a way. You understand?
Right.
And then the opposite side of it is totally good.
Yes.
Now, going through the process was scary.
Oh, very.
Tammy talked about the bumpy road in between.
Yeah.
One of the ladies I'm gonna talk to, and her name is Simone. I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all. Me and her are gonna talk about the path.
Okay.
How the path can look like this. It can look like this. It can look like going around the mulberry bush like this.
Yeah.
And that's why I wanted Tammy to tell y'all the year. Because we're not talking about something that happened in a month, no week. We're talking about years. Now, the whole experience been 2 years.
Yeah.
For me, it's been a little over 2, almost 3.
Yeah.
So we're talking about a huge portion of our lives and an experience that we had that we're sharing with you in about 20-30 minutes. But what we're saying is during that process, we hit all of these stages, all of these phases, all of these experiences, and it was all part of the process.
Yes.
All part of it. So transitions, experiences, some of it can be a relationship. Some of it, what are some other examples of transitions or experiences or situations that we had? School. Yeah. When you went to school. Yeah. Tammy went to school, and let me tell y'all, she bust that thing out and thought she was going to be a personal trainer. And guess who she personal trained? Us. And guess what? I went to school, got a master's degree to teach nurses, and guess who I teach? You.
Yes.
You got a master's educated nurse instructor to teach you. That's how good God is. And you got a certified personal trainer.
Don't let the body fool you, but
Yes, she'll go hard on you, honey. Yeah. She's not easy on everybody. So I will say, I'm saying that to say, as God equips you and you have experiences that happen in your life, these things we don't realize the impact and who they for. Right. But guess what? I go through school all over again for you. Yeah. I love you like that. I love God's people like that. You understand what I'm saying? My journal comes with free guidance. Yeah. I got you. You understand? So Tammy, so this brings into this. Tammy's talking about how God sustained her financially. Okay. She could not enjoy this financial change unless and until God transitioned her, right, and secured her in a way financially.
Because I would still been worried about how to make my money.
Me too. Even though I am a nurse, I am working the least amount of hours I've ever worked in my life. And then he's like, okay, before you add on any shift, you're gonna take away another one. Okay? Right. He's gonna transition me down to less and less hours as a nurse because I am designed to feed and serve his people. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And we have to be available for that, y'all.
We do.
Because Tammy touched on this. If I leave the earth today, will I have made an impact? Y'all, I wanted to stop her so many times in your conversation.
You could have stopped me.
Because, baby, I'm telling you, she was hitting it. Oh, don't get me wrong. I love being a nurse.
Yeah.
I really do.
Right.
But I love serving you more.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Helping you be successful in life with God's word. You understand?
And even in my transition, guess what? I'm teaching these people. I'm teaching. That's part of my job, is to teach them how to be independent and how to live lives without help all the time.
And didn't I tell you?
I had to go through
when
it
she
first.
when she started working this job, I said the reason why they can point out how great you are is because in that tax bracket, they can't even get quality.
Right.
Because of what they have to pay them. But God is so gracious. He said, I'll ground her and I'm going to send you what you need.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? Because her source is not her paycheck.
It's right. Not.
It's Jesus.
Yes.
He said, I got you. Yep. My source is not my paycheck. It's Jesus.
And that was a hard transition, but I learned it. And
but don't you happier now?
I am. I make far less money than I was making. But girl, I don't hate going to work. I love going to work.
Y'all.
I enjoy what I do. I enjoy my
job used
clients.
To be, and in my case, my job used to be my everything, y'all.
It was for me too.
I defined myself by my job. Us as women, we define ourselves by our roles.
Our paychecks, our roles, our titles.
Yes, my title, my role. I was climbing the corporate ladder in that sense. And how dare me get off the ladder like that? He like, no, I want you off the ladder. I'm like, excuse me? What do you mean get off the ladder? And he's like, no, I got some other place for you to go. So that's another thing. I've even said it to Tammy in our conversation today. I told her, listen, oh no, I didn't tell you. I'm sorry. I was talking to somebody else this morning, y'all. I was talking to multiple people because let me tell you, your girl be working it, okay? I told her I could stress myself or stretch myself and try to sell 200 copies of my journal. But that would be a problem for me because I want to provide free follow-up right now. I can't do that selling 200 copies.
Right.
Because I wouldn't even be able to sit. Some people I have to meet with over 8 to 10 weeks. I can't do that selling 200 copies.
Right.
Now, I am superwoman, but I ain't that super. Because let me tell you, your girl got to clock in. I got to take care of my husband and my children.
Yeah.
So, we have to understand, God is about quality.
Yes.
The clients that she has, she would love to take on a whole bunch of clients.
I would.
But in order for her to bring the flavor that she brings, she has to be mindful of that.
Right.
Okay?
I do.
You too. In order for you to be the mama that you want to be, the wife that you want to be, the friend, any other role that you have, you have to be mindful about how many you accept.
You do.
Because quality over quantity every time.
Very much so.
As you're going through the transition, the change, the opportunity, whether you chose it, whether it chose you, or whether you just keep having them, like how we had with Donna's situation.
Yeah.
It just kept coming.
Yeah.
Look at the details. Do you see God in it?
Right.
Tammy, tell us as we wrap up, did you see God in it, in the process?
Yes, I did. I saw God a lot and I had to rely on him too. So I saw God in the process. And once I saw God, I started realizing, okay, he's shaping me and molding me for something else. And he knows what's best for me. So I have to just watch what he's doing, learn from what he's trying to teach me, and keep my eye on him.
I did too.
Process.
I did too, y'all. I have to tell y'all, when he shut the door, I could tell he was shutting the door. When the door was shut, I ran to my prayer cocoon, my prayer lounge that I had already designed and not knowing that I was going to need it in a couple of months. And I'm going to tell y'all, I had a whole master's degree and I felt like I still didn't know what the heck was happening.
Right.
So don't think that if you have a high school diploma or you have a doctoral degree, that you don't feel the same exact way as anybody
you.
else. You be like, hey, you know, we're people that have to cut a check to something every month. You understand what I'm saying? Ain't none, I mean, some of us are Rockefeller.
Yeah.
Some of us last name is Rockefeller.
Yeah.
But I don't know about you. Mine is not Rockefeller.
No, me neither.
And if you're not of my generation and don't know what Rockefeller is, I don't know what's some young people that are rich. Whoever's rich. Elon Musk or Kardashian.
Yeah.
If your last name is not Kardashian and you can just not have a paycheck coming
Right.
in, then you know I'm not talking to you. But for the rest of us who still have to have paychecks coming in, it was a culture shock to me. It was a shock to me. It was a hurt, and my feelings was hurt too.
I was just gonna say that too. When she said the doors was closed, my feelings was hurt every time the doors was closed. I knew the doors was closing, but I felt hurt. I'm sitting here with all these years of knowledge, and nobody wants to hire me.
Yes.
Wait, I felt less than. I felt like, oh my God, what is wrong with me? Do I need to go back to school? What do I need to do? Because nobody, and I actually felt useless. I was like, I ain't gonna be able to find no, I
heard a sermon that he said he was looking for a house. And they kept getting denied for the house. And they had money, they had opportunities, they had everything. And he said, God told him he was not going high enough.
On the house?
On the house.
Oh. Okay.
And that's why he kept shutting those doors.
Oh.
Doors can be shut because you're not reaching far enough. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. In our case, we were going straight. And he was like, oh, I got something for you over here to the right. And you like, but why is it not here? And he's like, look to the right. And you like, I don't know. So he nudging you over. You like, wait a minute.
Oh, Lord, yeah.
Why am I getting all these no's? Right. And the no's are pushing you over to the right, over to the right.
I felt sad when it was happening. I was like,
me too. And then when he started showing you your real self.
Yes.
I felt a little offended, y'all. I done told y'all. Sometimes when God showed me stuff, I be like, how dare you? Yeah. What are you talking about? I am not that person. I do not rely on my bank account. And he's like, oh, good. I'm finna put a hole in that bank account real quick. You know that stash you got that you ain't telling nobody you got? I'm finna touch it real quick and it's gonna disappear. And I'm sitting here like, it's okay. It's fine. I'm good. I can sit here for a little bit longer. I don't need nothing. My husband take care of me. And then he tapped that bank account and it disappeared. I'm like, so my husband's like, why do you having this attitude? Why do you have this anxiousness? And I couldn't tell him my secret account done got tapped into. And now I'm upset in my spirit. And he's like, what's going on? Yeah, because remember, it didn't really affect me. Right. And he's like, is it affecting you now? And I'm like, so that's when I realized number 5, y'all. That was number 5, that security net that I didn't know about. And he said, yeah, that bank account was a security net for you, honey. I am your only source. And everything else is a resource. And I'm like, really? Like, I really felt that way? And just like Tammy was mentioning that, how she said she was happy. Or I was okay, like God is protecting me, but then knowing that that's not how you was really living. Right. And he knew I was not really living that way because I was stacking. Right. Okay. Right. He's like, oh no, if I touch one of your resources, you gonna really start acting crazy.
I went through savings. I'm a saver, y'all. I can save
Tammy's
money.
Much more of a saver than I
can save, and then my regular checking account will be low, and I still I don't touch my savings because I'm like, no, I'm broke because this is broke. I can have thousands in there, but I'm like, no, this is what I budget to do, and this is what I got to stay within. Girl, when I went through my savings account, oh my God, Lord, what am I gonna do? That was hard for me, and to not have savings. But listen, even with less pay, I still got a savings now, y'all.
You see what I'm saying?
I got savings again.
So some of us, we're gonna talk about this a little later when we cover budget. Some of us, we have to change our relationship with money. Yeah. Because listen, he's working on me having my savings again, but baby, it's got a different place in my heart because it's no longer a savings that is a safety net for me.
Mine isn't either. Mine is just there.
It's there. It's there for wisdom. Yes. And just what we need to have. Yes. But it's not a Selena Better Way plan. Right. You understand?
Right,
Before it was a Selena Better Way plan. And I can tell you, I can be honest about it. Since God done revealed it and told the world, it was Selena's Better Way plan. And it's like, listen, if all else fails, I got me.
That was me too.
It was I got me.
I got me.
I
Not
got
God
me.
got me, but I got me.
I got me. And listen, if yours is yours, be aware.
Yeah.
He may be coming down your lane.
That's right.
So learn from your sister. But go ahead.
One thing before this her doing these sessions and this book was great for me because I'm going to tell you, I'm just going to be transparent here. I didn't have a great prayer life. I struggled with that. I'm telling you, I didn't read my Bible. Selena was that person. She always reading the Bible. She always sharing stuff. And when she started writing this book and this came up, this helped me with my studying and my prayer life. I got better at it because that's not where, because people are like, oh, y'all both holy and saved. No, I wasn't that one. I'm saved, but I wouldn't read my Bible. I wasn't doing no prayer life all the time. My prayer, nighttime, I didn't have no prayer time where I just sat and talked with God until we started doing this. When she started, I said, this came right on time. This is what I need. Because it made me read my Bible. And once I started reading the scriptures, I started reading other stuff. And I'm like, wait a minute. Now I'm looking up stuff. So this was a blessing for me. And
yes, and I'm glad you did bring it up.
Yeah.
Because I did want to say that too. I do want you, when you're working through the journal, to read the section that verse is in.
Yes. That's what I did.
Then afterwards, you can read the whole chapter if you want to. Try not to read the whole chapter before answering the question because it covers a lot of things. And believe me, it was hard for me to just go to the one subject because, y'all, the word is full of meat and potatoes.
I was able to do that, do the questions and stuff. But afterwards, it piqued my interest. I'm like, I want to see what else this is talking about.
Yes, because it's designed to draw you to the word. And it started making me look up stuff. So that was part of my study. Yes,
so it helped me.
It is designed to draw you to his book.
Yeah.
Because these principles and his book is so rich. And it just helps you navigate through life.
Yes.
It helps you to find help and victory. So family, please come back and see. All right. Thank you for joining us. And we look forward to talking to you soon. Listen, talk to us in the comments. Like, subscribe, and talk to us. And we'll see you soon. Come and see. Bye-bye.